Welcome back to all my dear students out there. After learning the test of congruence, we completed practice set 13.1. Now, the same way, same type of question here, we will solve practice set 13.2, wherein the question is, in each pair of triangles given below, parts shown by identical marks are congruent. These two identical marks means these two sides are congruent. State the test by which test they both the triangles are congruent, that we have to do, and the one-to-one correspondence of vertices by which the triangles in each pair are congruent means the name of the triangle we have to write in proper correspondence, in proper order, and remaining congruent parts. They have asked us to name the remaining congruent parts also. So what we will do is we will draw the figure and then we will write down the test of congruence, remaining congruent parts. So let's solve it. First figure given, as you can see, 90-degree angle. So which test we will first go for? Hypotenuse side test. Let's take the name of the triangle. Triangle MST. Triangle MST, which way? Single marked 90-degree and then nothing marked. Single marked 90-degree and then nothing marked. So same way you take the next triangle. Single marked 90-degree and nothing marked. So TBM. Triangle MST and triangle TBM. How will you prove these two triangles congruent? First we will write side MS congruent to side BT. Identical marks, no? So these two sides are congruent. Then we have angle MST congruent to angle TBM. TBM. Both. Okay, each 90-degree. Each 90-degree angle. Each 90-degree angle. Then one more thing we need. We need three parts. The third part you can see, common side. Common side, this mark you can put. So side MT congruent to side MT. Reason, common side. So you got three things. If you get three parts congruent, then we can say that therefore triangle MST congruent to triangle TBM by hypotenuse side test. Hypotenuse side test of congruence. Side test of congruence. Okay. One more part of the question is state the test and congruent, remaining congruent parts. So two sides we have taken, which is the third side remaining. Side ST congruent to side BM. Side ST congruent to side BM. If you are taking the remaining side which is congruent, you can write the reason as corresponding side of congruent triangle, of congruent triangles. That is, already both the triangles are congruent. Then side ST of one triangle will be congruent to the corresponding side. Here it is MB of the second triangle. So we say corresponding sides of congruent triangle. In short, we will name it as CSCT, corresponding side of congruent triangle. Okay, so three sides over, one side here and two sides already taken. Now one angle we have already taken, the 90-degree angle. Which are the remaining angles here? Triangle has three angles, no? So which are the remaining angles? Angle SMT, from the name itself you can, SMT, second, first, third. Same way, BTM. Angle SMT congruent to, SMT is this angle, congruent to BTM. Okay, just by looking at the name of this triangle, you can write. If you have written the correspondence correctly, only then. So here it is, the second angle which is remaining is SMT. So first you named. Now second thing which is remaining part is angle SMT congruent to angle. How you named the first angle? SMT. Same way you name from the name, that is BTM. BTM. No need to look at the figure also. So here this is corresponding, is this side? No, this is angle. So you will write corresponding angle of congruent triangle. This is the reason. CACT. Corresponding side hai to CACT, for corresponding angle CACT. The third remaining part is, one more angle we need, So this we have taken. Now the third one is, which is the third angle? See, how will you check? In the first, S came in the center. S over. Here we have taken M in the center. Now whose turn? T should come in the center. STM, okay? STM congruent to angle. Same way, STM I named second, third, first. Same way here also. BMT, angle BMT. This is CACT, corresponding angles of congruent triangles. So please see, we have proved the triangle congruent by hypotenuse side test. Then we wrote the remaining parts which are congruent, one side and two angles. Moving on to the second question. Now you try to attempt this question. As you can see in this figure, two sides are marked. We need three things to prove triangles congruent. Third thing, you can see easily that angle PRQ congruent to angle TRS. Both are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are congruent. Okay, so let's start. How will we do this sum? In triangle, naming is important. PRQ and triangle. How I named the first triangle? Same way you name the second triangle. PRQ, single marked to double marked. So you also name single marked. Single marked is TR, to double marked is S. TRS. TRS. In these two triangle, side PR congruent to side RT. See, I told you children, you need to look at the figure also. If you name the triangles correctly, so it will come properly. PR congruent to TR or RT, both the same. See, PR congruent to RT, both the same. Second, what is shown? Side QR congruent to side QR, right? That is RQ. So here it will be RS, correct? No, RS. Side RS. These are given. These two things are given in the figure. We need three things to prove the triangles congruent, which is the third thing that you're going to take. The third thing is angle PRQ. Angle PRQ congruent to angle PRQ taken, no? So angle PRQ congruent to, look at the name and write PRQ, so TRS. Angle TRS. PRQ congruent to TRS. Both are vertically opposite angles. Write down the reason. Vertically opposite angles. So both these angles are congruent. So we got three things. Number 1, number 2, number 3. 3 parts if you are able to prove. Therefore, triangle PRQ congruent to triangle TRS by which test? By SAS test. Side angle side test of congruence. Okay, that you write. Fine. Now which are the remaining parts to be proved? You have taken two sides. Triangle has three sides. Which is the third side remaining? PR over QR over. Now which is the side remaining? PQ. So write side PQ congruent to side TS. You will write remaining congruent parts. Remaining congruent parts. Which are the remaining congruent parts? Remaining congruent parts. First one, as we discussed, side PQ congruent to side ST. Side PQ congruent to side ST. Okay. Then next, one angle only taken, now two more angles. So as I told you, look at the name of this triangle and decide. R came in the center, so R, no need. Now we have to write P in the center. So name the angle as RPQ. Angle RPQ congruent to angle RTS. Angle RPQ congruent to angle RTS. RPQ, RTS. Okay, so P also done. Now Q should come in the center. RQP, RQP, RST. Third, angle RQP congruent to angle RST. Just to look at the name and you can write down the remaining congruent parts. Okay, moving on to the third question. Now this you do on your own. Just I will help you out. What all things can you see here given congruent? First let us select the name of the triangle. In triangle DCH, nothing marked to angle and then to cross. DCH, in triangle DCH and triangle DCF. Correct, no? DCF. Which are the three things that will help you to prove the triangles congruent? As you can see, side DC congruent to side DC, common side. Side DC congruent to side DC. Reason, common side. Both the triangles share common side. So this is written. Second, as it is given in the figure itself, angle DCH congruent to angle DCF given. Okay. Third thing again given, this is angle, no? DHC congruent to angle DHC congruent to angle. How you named DHC? Same way DFC. DFC. This is also given. So therefore, triangle DCH congruent to triangle DCF by which test of congruence? Just see, is it SAS? No, it is SA and this is also angle. SAA test. By side angle test. SAA test of congruence. Okay. So three things we require to prove the triangles congruent. Now which are the remaining parts? You write. Which are the remaining congruent parts? Remaining congruent parts. Please write. Two angles taken. Which is the third angle which is not taken? C came in the center, H came in the center. Now D should come in the center. So CDH, angle CDH congruent to similarly CDF, angle, so CACT. One side taken, now two more sides. Which are the other two sides? DC and DC over. Now write CH and CF. Side CH congruent to side CF. Third one, side DC over CH over, now DH. Side DH congruent to side DH. First and third. So first and third is DF. And they both are sides. So you will write the reason as CSCT. Corresponding sides of congruent triangle. So what did we learn from this? We need three things, three parts to prove the triangles congruent. If you are getting that, then the triangles are congruent and the remaining parts are also congruent. Okay, moving on to the second and the last sum of practice set 13.2. Coming to the last sum of this practice set. In the adjacent figure, segment AD congruent to segment EC, it is marked. Which additional information is needed to show that triangle ABD and triangle EBC will be congruent by AAS test. So they have given the name of the test. We have to write what one more information is required so that we can prove it by AAS test. Let's see the figure. This is the figure and the name of the triangle, that is triangle ABD and triangle EBC. Let's check the name ABD. Okay, ABD and EBC. AD congruent to EC is given. They are asking what one more information is required so that we can prove these two triangles congruent by AAS test. So AAS means it is angle, angle, side. So out of this, side is already there. Side is there. Side is given. Now we have to find out two angle. One angle, as you can see here, this angle congruent to this angle because both are vertically opposite angle. So this is vertically opposite angle. So which is the one more information that is missing here to prove by AAS test? So A is here. If you are able to say that this angle, that is angle BDA congruent to angle BCE, then we can say that the triangles are congruent by AAS test. Similarly, if they had given angle BAD congruent to angle BEC, then also you can prove it by AAS test, no? So A is there, ये angle और ये angle दिया होता if they had given these two angles. So again it is AAS test. Same way if they had given this angle and this angle, again the triangles will be congruent by AAS test. So the answer is two options. They should have given these two options. Which are the two options? Angle, which one we decided? BAD, angle BAD congruent to angle BAD congruent to BEC. BEC or second option is angle BDA, correct no? BDA congruent to BCE, congruent to angle BCE. And one already we have vertically opposite angles. So the question is, which additional information is needed? Either this or this information is needed. Then only we can prove both the triangles congruent by SAA test or AAS test. This we will always take it as vertically opposite angles. Okay. So if you want, you can write the name of these two angles also. Angle ABD congruent to angle CBE by vertically opposite angles. Okay. So for the time being, mention these two angles as the answer. That's it. So we have completed practice at 13.2. Very easy chapter. Next time we will start with the next chapter. Till then, complete your books and share it with your other friends, those who are in need. Bye.